wild back and forth one tonight. How do you summarize the way things played out and the way it ultimately ended?
Yeah, you know, and I feel like the last couple of years of these games, they've always been kind of crazy games. I like the way we stuck with it, obviously getting down there and just keep battling and keep trying to claw our way back in, which we did. And usually when you're leading in the end of the game like that, you'd like to try to find a way to get the 2 points, but I thought we kind of played resilient and just didn't really stuck with the process even if things didn't go our way, so I like that part of our game.
Is that sometimes hard to do, is balance that navigation of the process versus some of the results and ultimately execution you guys might want to see more and better of?
Yeah, we definitely could execute better in some different areas of the game for sure, but I think that fighting spirit of playing no matter what the score is, I think that is a really good quality for teams to have, and I think we've shown that this year that if it's not going our way early, that we'll still try to stick with it and chip away, and we did that. So obviously nice to get at least a point out of this and start the road trip off that way. So we know we definitely can play a more complete 60 minutes.
The power play was certainly cooking for you guys tonight.
Yeah, for sure. I think I don't know. I think we kind of kept it predictable and simple and went through our reads and progressions, and it wasn't really anything fancy. All the goals was just getting pucks to the net at the right time and capitalizing on our chances that way.
Your fourth goal in 5 games for you. What's clicking right now, James?
I don't know. I think, again, sometimes it's funny the way the puck will bounce your way sometimes and things like that. So nice for that to happen. And yeah, I obviously want to continue to do that to help continue to help the team win.
Still want to tighten things up defensively, though, as a team? Is that one of the things from tonight?
Yeah, I think there's some times I think we can make more predictable plays maybe with the puck, I think, and that'll allow us to maybe defend a little bit less. I think sometimes when you're defending too much, there's going to always be those breakdowns, but I think if we can defend hard when we need to, but also make sure we're not defending more than we have to, if that makes sense. So I think maybe a balance of some of that, but again, it was nice, I think, that we just continued to play right to the end.
You guys walk out of here with a point, but I would assume you guys probably felt like you deserved to or wanted to after this one.
Yeah, I mean, I think after the second, if you told us we would have got a point and taken it to overtime, I think we would have. I mean, obviously, you always want 2 points, but that would have been good for us. But you know, you get that 1-goal lead in the third, it would have been nice to finish it off and get the 2 points.
When things go back and forth like that in the second, how do you settle it down, I guess, as a team?
I mean, I think just kind of the way we did, right? We got our power play opportunities and capitalized on the power play. You know, 3 goals on the power play tonight. That's kind of what we expect from our group, and both units producing too. So I think it's the ultimate equalizer if you can be good on special teams. And obviously we had a good night on the power play, but gave up a couple on the penalty kill and 6-on-5. So that's kind of what the game comes down to sometimes.
It was clicking on the power play. It seemed like you guys kept it simple, but
yeah,
it was pretty effective.
I think that's just it. You know, if we can keep it simple, look at the net, try to have that shot first mentality. You know, we find a guy in the slot on the first one. It also starts with getting pucks back, winning battles, getting retrievals, and kind of getting our setup from there, and then getting pucks to the net and creating some chaos. But, you know, we saw, one unit score, and then we kind of had like half the one unit, half the other unit out, and then the second unit scored for us too. So it was a good balance across the board for both units.
Defensively, do you guys still need to clamp down in certain points in the game when game's on the line and whatnot?
Yeah, I mean, I think we were dominating there in the third, and then all of a sudden we go up one and we kind of sit back a little bit. I'd like to see us, stay on the gas, make them play in their end. That's the toughest way to score, right? Is if you're playing your end, you got to come 200 feet. But they're a good team. They have some guys on the back end that kind of move around a lot, and it's a little bit of a lot of switching, and got to make sure you're staying on your man and you're talking and communicating with your teammates. So it's a little bit of a challenge against them.
When you scored, it seemed like there was another pump or two in that exclamation point. Did it feel good to score? Obviously?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, it's been a little bit, and I feel like I've been getting some good looks. So. That's probably just the way to do it, right? You attack, you shoot through the defenseman, and find a way to get a shot on net. And good to see it go in for sure. And big goal too to make it 4-4 at that point.
You said the chances have been there. You kind of felt, right? I mean,
I think so. Yeah, I think since I've been back from injury, been getting 1 or 2 good looks every game, and just been a little off. So I think that was the case again tonight, and nice to see one go in, but just try to produce, right? Create scoring chances, make plays, be good on the power play, be good in my spot defensively, and try to do play my game.
Thanks, Skinner.
Thanks, Pat.
Todd, a wild game tonight, a lot of highs and lows. I'm sure. How do you summarize what happened out there, and you guys still walked away at the point?
It kind of reminds me of the game that we played in Detroit a couple of weeks ago against them, where we fell behind, had to come back, got to overtime, and in that case, we got the shot off that we needed. Tonight we didn't, and then it comes down to a crapshoot in the shootout. But again, power play was excellent. Penalty kill gave up 2, and then call it the 6-on-5 goal. So maybe we've given up 3 there. So we got to clean some stuff up in that area. Some mistakes around our net, getting beat back to loose pucks cost us also, and it was a real focal point of ours heading into the game was net play at both ends. I thought we did a pretty good job offensively, and just an okay job defensively.
JVR talked about being more predictable on defense as a way for you guys to maybe clean some things up on the back end. Do you share that, or how do you navigate that?
I think he's got a good point. We've all been talking about this for a long time, and there's moments where we do a real good job of it, and we look solid, and then we get away from it, and trying to find that consistency. And I think that consistency word, predictable word, that you can bundle them all up, and we still got to work on it.
Our play was cooking pretty good. I mean, it was basic stuff too. I mean, you had to be pleased about that.
Well, that's actually a really good word, basic. Simple. Wasn't upside down. I've used that word. Simple. We've got guys that can shoot it. We have people that are willing to go to the net when they're combined, and it becomes somewhat predictable. Then it's dangerous. And it's saved our bacon at least tonight for 1 point. It's got to continue on to do that.
Defensively, though, you still need to clamp down in certain situations.
Yeah, we do. Well, the 2 power play goals, we lose a face-off, whether it was dropped clean or not, can be debated, but we lose one, and it's just it's a one-timer. I think it's hard for Talbot to pick up. The first one, probably like to have back. And then defensively, was it the third goal? I think it was the third goal. Turnover, and then we compound one mistake into 2. We get beat back to the net, and that's what I'm talking about with net play. For as hard as we work, we have to eliminate those simple ones. If it goes off somebody's pad, if it's laying, a broken stick or something, there's nothing we can do about it. But those are preventable ones. Those are detailed ones. Those have to get cleaned up.
Those 6-on-5s late, is there an easy way to learn through those or navigate those, or how do you kind of process?
No, 50-50 face-off, they double up on the wall and strip the puck. There's nothing that Benny could really do in that situation. It was bouncing. It gets to the top, and they send a floor to the net. I think it went off Albert and in. There's no system or structure in that situation that's going to take care of it. Prior to that, I thought we played the pulled goaltender situation quite well, but sometimes it just doesn't go your way.
Thanks, Todd.
Yeah.